Eye on the Movies with Corey Brunish, an Oregon perspective on Hollywood, the pictures, and the people.
Former model and veteran of 3 films at the age of 15, Jennifer Connelly is currently starring opposite David Bowie in a new film by Muppet creator Jim Henson. In Labyrinth, Connelly plays a girl who, when lured into an evil ruler's kingdom, is forced to solve an immense labyrinth to save her baby brother's life. The vast majority of the characters are portrayed by descendants of the Muppets. These, however, far from being cute and cuddly, are rather grumpy and coarse in appearance. Recently in Dallas, I talked with Connelly about making Labyrinth.
Is it hard to relate to something that's made out of foam rubber and controlled by radio signals?
Surprisingly enough, believe it or not, it isn't. Or at least it wasn't for me. It took some adjusting to in the beginning. But it sort of fell into place and it wasn't that hard at all.
When you fall through the tunnel of hands there, and they look like they're supporting you, what's really supporting you?
What's really supporting me? I was in a body mold of the side of my body from about my thigh to a little above my waist. And it was just one side of me, kind of like a chair, which I just sort of sat in, and they strapped me into it. And there was a little bar coming out of the back, and which was attached to the set. And so they sort of slid me up and down on this bar, you know.
Were you ever in fear for your safety?
I wasn't. No, I knew nothing could really happen. It's just a strange feeling because even though there are so many hands there, I mean there are hundreds and hundreds of them, you know, they took me up to the very top before they started rolling. And I'd be standing up there and I'd be waiting for them to focus or lighting or whatever it is they were doing. And there was nothing up there. There were no hands. There was nothing to hold on to. There were no people. I was just sort of, you know, the top of the stage, and that was it, and me. And I couldn't hold on to there were no wires to hold on to, and there's nothing on the sides of me. And if I put my hands in the back, there were all these hinges and stuff, and I couldn't do that because it would cut my fingers, and there was like nothing to do. So I'm just sort of here, completely with no control, and the wireman down there sort of like controlling my every move, it was kind of a strange feeling, to say the least. But
You felt like a Muppet yourself, I bet.
A bit. A bit manipulated, controlled, but well, actually I had fun doing it, I must say.
This story is sort of reminiscent of another fantasy, The Wizard of Oz, and your character is similar to Dorothy. Were you at all disappointed that you didn't get to sing your own Over the Rainbow? And this would have been with David Bowie.
Not really. Actually, in one of the versions of the script, I did sing. In the beginning, I sang Lullaby to my brother, which after they heard my voice, of course, they cut out, but no. It got changed somewhere along the line, so I didn't have to sing. Actually, I don't know if I could have done it anyway.
And the question we're all burning to know, what does the bog of stench really smell like?
Oh boy, what does it smell like? It smells, actually had no smell at all, if I must tell the truth.
It was all superb acting.
Why, thank you.
It made us believe that you were suffering.
Yes, no, it didn't smell at all. It sounded quite awful. All those noises that were in it, a lot of them were actually in it while we were filming, which was kind of funny.
Uncle, you've come to help me!
Don't kiss me! Don't kiss me!
Keeping an eye on the movies, I'm Corey Brunish.